Hi my friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of the Necromunda project, episode 7 already. And first of all, I would like to wish you all a happy new year and best wishes, may all your dreams come true. And in today's episode, to continue, we're going to be building houses for Necromunda. Make a bunch of them, as I always say, as I did. Another one. And some more that maybe some of you have seen in the battle report. Basically all the same techniques. Show you another one, a bigger one. As you can see. Right, so to begin off this project, it's very easy. We need some simple things for this, and the process is quick, it's cheap, and yeah, very easy. So without further ado, let's go to the crafting table and let's crack out some buildings for Necromunda. Alright, follow me. Alright my friends, so we're gonna begin with a Pringles can, a chocolate sprinkles box, and an old tobacco box. Now you can use whatever box you have at your disposal, of course, or whatever you have that fits nicely. So just dry fit it till you get some interesting shape that you like, and then it's simply a matter of fact of gluing everything together with some hot glue. It won't always be as visible in frame because it's a rather big piece, so sorry for that. Also the hot glue on the Pringles can. Attach it all together. Nice, interesting shape, looks nice already. Now I have this PVC pipe that I've used in the previous video for my pipelines and conduits, and I've cut it with my hobby saw to the length of the Pringles can, and I'm simply gonna attach it to the Pringles can like this. Looks nice. Now I'm taking some cardstock and I'm cutting it into several squares, a lot of squares. The size don't matter because they're gonna be metal sheeting, and I'm taking my hole punch and I'm gonna create some rivets this way. It's much easier, much faster than gluing rhinestones on it, and this keeps me sane. Gluing rhinestones doesn't. Just do that for all the and you see all these panels took me less than 5 minutes to create with this thing. Now I'm gonna make a door. I'm cutting out some foam board that's 5 centimeters in height, 4 centimeters in width, and I'm gonna cut off the corners of the 1 centimeter line, as you see here, using my cutting mat as a guide. Now I'm gonna also score in some details in my door, but you can do whatever you want with your door. You can glue stuff on it, you can remove things, just carve other things in there. Be creative as you want. It's your door, your imagination, and your hobby terrain project, so have fun with it. Alright, let's set this door aside for now. Now I have this plastic elbow connector thingy and I'm marking where I want it to be, which is actually quite redundant because that's not really necessary at all, and I don't end up really using that. Now I'm taking this piece of foam and I'm hot gluing that to the insides of this pipe to get a better connection to the Pringles can. I'm putting some hot glue on it, and also on the bottom to attach it to the lid of the tobacco box. Slide it into position a little bit better. You can see where we're going with this. Nice. I'm gonna hot glue in my door. Attach it. There we go. Now let's take some corrugated paper and we're gonna simulate the corrugated metal panels. Just cut a nudge in there where the door will fit, and just simply a matter of hot gluing everything together. Hot glue that on. You can of course use the metal panels from the cardstock, you can use whatever you want. I'm simply using some corrugated paper. I'm also gonna glue in the lid of the Pringles can, just to make sure it doesn't get loose. Now I have these two spools, a tiny one and a big one, and I'm gonna glue them on the top of the lid. They can be some kind of chimney exhaust or pipes or vents. Also, I'm gonna glue in for a ventilator some bottom of a Dolce Gusto coffee cup. I really like these things for vents, they're awesome. Now I'm gonna cut the overhang of the corrugated paper. I'm gonna start by attaching our metal panels and smaller pieces of corrugated paper that I've cut out and overlap them. Just keep on gluing the way you want it. As you can see here, I've made them overlap so they look nice. Yeah. Be creative. Now I'm using this wooden wash clip to build some frame of the door, which I'm going to make a shutter door. And I'm using some corrugated paper that I've cut to fit for the door. I'm gonna cut off the overhang. Later I glue on some cardstock to the top side of the door. More paneling! More paneling! Go nuts with the panels. It is the Underhive. Everything is paneled together. Alright, more paneling again. You know, the panels don't even have to be glued on straight. I mean, yeah. It's a very forgiving and easy project, this. And very cheap. I didn't actually have to go out and buy any. Most crafters have these types of things. The only thing I did buy was the elbow connector pipe there, and it cost me about, I think it was €1.20 or something. Now I'm going to use some paper drinking straws to create some more piping. Yes, lots of pipes in the Underhive. And you guessed it, we're gonna hot glue that in. Glue that wherever you want, of course. Some wooden blocks and some more metal paneling to around the door to add some more details. Alright, now we're gonna create a stairway. Now I'm taking some drywall mesh tape and gluing that on a thin piece of foam board. And I'm gonna cut that off along the edge, as you will see me do here. These will be our steps for the stairs. It's a nice texture to it. Now I'm taking two foam board or cardboard strips and cut them to tiny pieces of 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter blocks, roughly. It could be a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, just the rough shape of it. Now I'm gonna cut 1.5 centimeter wide strips for our steps, and I'm gonna glue 2 of those tiny blocks on the bottom step, as you see here. And then I'm taking one block and gluing that in the middle with some hot glue. Wait for it to cure a little bit, and then I'm gonna hot glue a step on top of it. And I'm gonna continue this way all the way till, well, to the height that I want. It's an easy way to make stairs. It's a little different than what we did before in my stairs video. I'm simply gonna hot glue these stairs to the side of the building. Later on I'm also making a side piece for the stairs. Alright, so for the top of the lid, so the roof part, I'm gluing on some plastic canvas mesh granny grating thing, just using hot glue for it. Just cut it to size and glue it on. And underneath I'm gonna glue some more paper drinking straws, because it is the tobacco box and it has that gap in that lid. So I'm taking some paper drinking straws that I've cut to size to fill it up. Could be some more pipelines that run across the The roof. Now this is what I mean with the sidebar that I'm gluing to the side of the stairs. I just measured it, drew a line, and took my scissor to it and cut it to fit. It's also a thin foam board, but you can use cardboard as well. Now I'm adding some details to the Pringles can to hide the fact that it is actually a Pringles can. Later on I'm adding a lot more details. As you see here, I'm using these silver rivets and this drinking cap, more drinking straws for ventilation and pipelines, more coffee cup things, wooden blocks, beads. Just raid your bid box and glue on whatever thing that looks nice. Now this is something I found at the thrift store, and it's from a toy. I don't know which it was, but I'm using these for railings. But you can use a piece of cardboard, cardstock, whatever you want. And I'm attaching some more paneling to the railings. Good for cover. So here you can see what it looks like, unpainted. And as you can see next to it, it's the second building that I've made at the same time. Here are some more details on it, because I made 2 buildings with this. Basically the second building are exactly the same techniques. This is the second building, exactly the same techniques, just different boxes and a different layout, but everything is the same technique. So actually these 2 buildings took me 1 complete evening to finish, including painting. So yeah, really quick to make. So I spray paint them flat black, and I start by painting my go-to method, just overbrushing everything with a brown. I'm not even letting it dry, just overbrush everything with brown, as you've seen me do probably in the other episodes. Then I'm going over it with some silver acrylic paint. But I do spend a little bit more time covering those metal sheets, making them pop a little bit more, as you see. And then it's simply a matter of fact of choosing the colors that you like once you've done that. Now I'm using different colors for the corrugated metal, as you will see in a second. So I'm going to begin with a green paint. See, this is the green paint. And I'm going to start by covering some of the panels already, the corrugated panels. Later on I'm using a red color for more panels, and later on the blue that I've used in the previous videos as well. Just mix and match, but you don't have to use these colors, you can use whatever you prefer. It's your Underhive, it's your building, it's your creative process. Do whatever you like and whatever fits your scheme, as long as you're happy. And here is the red paint. Sorry for my bits box there standing in the way. Also holds my my camera. So you see the red and the green match well together. And I'm also gonna add in the blue. I like this blue. This is what I've used for all my other Underhive Necromunda projects. It's a really vibrant blue. I really like it. And it matches well with the metallics and the browns. It's a nice contrast. More blue. Now I'm using an off-white for the silo. And as you will see me do, I'm taking a piece of paper towel, and the white that I've painted on, I'm dabbing it off a little bit. And don't worry if you hit the pipes or everything, because we're gonna cover it and paint the pipe with some more yellow, and then later all the things you've missed you can simply stipple over with some brown for the rust effect, so no worries. The railings and the pipe here I'm doing with yellow, and the top of the lid with the blue. And now I'm beginning with my brown stippling for the rust effects, and later on across the brown I'm stippling on some orange, as I've done in my other videos for the rust effects, and I'm smearing out the brown a little bit to create some nice looking grime. Here's some more grime, and I'm dabbing on the orange paint now. for the rust effects, and when it's dry it won't be as bright and vibrant as it is now, so as you will see in a second. Alright, this is what it looks like when it's dry and matching the other terrain. And in the back you can see the other building. Here I've glued on another ladder that I still had laying about, and took some posters that I've glued on and some hazard stripes, the same way as I've did in previous videos. So yeah, looks nice and grimy and disgusting, fit the Underhive. And there in the back you can see some more houses that I've previously made and that some of you might have even recognized from some battle reports that I did. So this is the bigger building, and as you can see it matches well with the tiles and with the rest of the terrain. So I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you soon in the next episode. Much appreciated, guys. See you next time. Bye bye now. Bye for now. Bye.